Hello, guys and girls. It is I, Aaron, Halo 18 here, and today I'm going to do a video about video game discussion, episode 1. And I'm going to do it about video games that, mostly Xbox One games and stuff. I'll just read a couple of some Tomb Raider articles and different articles and stuff like that. And yeah, it's about. I guess the Tomb Raider game is doing really well this year around. And it's articles from Xbox Wire. It's called the 5 biggest reasons we're loving Rise of the Tomb Raider. By Xbox Wire staff, posted on November 11th, 2015 at 5:30 p.m. So you can like it on Facebook and Twitter, and you can email it. And Rise of the Tomb Raider, professional adventuress Lara Croft is back for revenge, tracking down the organization responsible for the death of her father means climbing some mountains, exploring ancient temples, and fighting a lot of militant bad guys. Here are some reasons why Rise of the Tomb Raider, now available exclusively on Xbox, is one of our favorite games of 2015. Lara Croft is a total badass. And it shows a picture of looking inside of her tomb from one of the moments in the game. Scenes from one of the game, then part of the game. Lara Croft is one of the all-time greatest gaming heroines, and she's at her best in Rise of the Tomb Raider. Her story is more involved. Her character is more complicated. Overall, she is far more capable, much stronger, and more complex than she's ever been. And it makes for one hell of a journey. And yes, there is a lot of tombs that you can explore in this game. This game is really open world. It's mostly in Russia, Siberia, I think. And some of it is in Syria as well. Tombs, the very singular aspect that has defined the series for 2 decades, are back in full force in Rise of the Tomb Raider. From tucked away mountaintop temples to flooded crypts, Laura has her work cut out for her. Exploring ancient tombs feels like the best parts of the series we grew up with, and the challenging puzzles make full use of Laura's many new tools. Stealthy or explosive. It's up to you. Rise of the Tomb Raider rewards you, no matter which way you prefer to play. You earn experience points for stealth, kills, as well as combos and headshots, and with the array of upgradable weapons at Laura's disposal, you're free to mix and match to your heart's desire. The new explosives crafting system is definitely worth exploring. Did we mention that Laura's a badass? The world is gorgeous. Not only is the sheer scope of the environments and Rise of the Tomb Raider impressive, ranging from deserts to snowy mountains, but so is the layout. On a number of occasions, you'll turn a corner to find a stunning set piece, making for the sort of cinematic experience that took our breath away on more than one occasion. Fun new multiplayer. Expedition mode is a set of customizable challenges that you can set for yourself and for friends. Using card packs that you can purchase with their currency you earn in-game, you can give fellow players advantages or debuffs. It even integrates with Twitch streams to let your audience pick cards for you. Awesome. Rise of the Tomb Raider is now for Xbox One and Xbox 360. Step into the shoes of Lara Croft and kick some major ass. That's it for that article. Let me see. They have all kinds of articles. Mostly for Halo 5 and Tomb Raider and all that. And even Call of Duty and NBA. The other Tomb Raider article they have here is raiding tombs for fun and profit. 7 tips for success and Rise of the Tomb Raider. By Xbox Wire staff, posted on November 12, 2015 at 6 o'clock p.m. You can, they have 1 like on Facebook, and you can share it on Twitter and email it. Now that Rise of the Tomb Raider has finally arrived, fans and critics alike are praising the game for its return to the franchise's roots, while it follows in the footsteps of 2013's Tomb Raider. This is a game that's very much about adventure, exploration, puzzle solving, and treasure hunting make up the bulk of the game, and that means there's more subtlety and complexity than Lara Croft has seen in years. Here are 7 clues to help you on your adventure. There's an obvious choice for your first skill unlock. When the time comes to level Lara up, make the avid learner skill your first purchase. It adds a boost of extra experience points whenever you find a document, relic, survival cache, or complete a challenge. That means you level up quicker, which makes every other skill point slightly easier to obtain. And if you're looking for a suggestion of what to unlock next, go for breath control. Otherwise, you'll go insane trying to use your bow. Next one is a good ear is as important as a good eye. When Lara is nearing enemies or hostile animals, the game helpfully clues you into this fact with 2 chances. First, you'll start to notice an increasingly urgent drum beat added to the score, and second, Lara will begin to crouch down to be a little stealthier. Recognizing those cues makes it easy to travel around without worrying too much about stumbling into trouble. Optional challenge tombs are not optional. Okay, well, technically they are, but the rewards are so incredibly worth it that you'd be silly to pass them up. Unlike in the previous game, optional tombs don't reward XP or maps. Instead, they give Lara a new skill, one she can't pick up anywhere else. So yeah, take that optional challenge every time you can. Optional side missions are optional, but you should do them anyway. Similarly, they don't ignore the handful of extra quests that you get from non-player characters. These almost always offer incredibly useful gear, from weapon add-ons to outfits that confer bonuses when worn. Plus, they fill in a little of the game's story too. Reading is fundamental. Unlike in most games, documents and murals are much more than a simple box ticking collectible. Each one you read increases your proficiency in various languages. See what's right? The proficiency allows you to decode monoliths. These monoliths tell you the locations of coin caches. And those coins can be traded in for sweet gear. The moral of the story, reading gets you sweet gear. Missing gear doesn't stay missing long. Fairly early in the game, you're going to encounter doorways that require rope arrows and ropes that require a combat knife to cut. Don't bother hunting around the area. These aren't hidden away in a tomb or anything. Instead, they're unlocked over the course of the main story. And pretty early at that. So ignore those ropes for a bit and plan to come back later. So you can almost always backtrack. Speaking of coming back later, with very few exceptions, primarily cinematic sequences, where stuff is breaking, blowing up, or otherwise becoming impossible to return to. Rise of the Tomb Raider lets you revisit any area pretty much anywhere you like. Many areas can be traveled to on foot simply by retracing your steps, but those that can't still allow you to fast travel to a campfire, so don't obsess about getting everything in an area. Of course, you probably will anyway. Rise of the Tomb Raider is available now, exclusively on Xbox One and Xbox 360, and it's really great. And it's really, really great. Well, I guess that's it for that article, I guess. I read 2 articles here, guys and girls. They do have a lot of articles on here. Alright?
Yep.
Can you help me here, please?
And hold on to you're done with your tape.
You can't do that. Keyboard, please. Turn it other way. What? Forward. I'm still here, guys and girls. Sorry that I keep being quiet in the video. There's another article for Rise of the Tomb Raider surviving the elements in Siberia. By Xbox Wire staff, posted on November 13th, 2015 at 3 o'clock p.m. And you can share it on Facebook and Twitter, and you can email it. Siberia, the word itself has become shorthand for intense suffering. There's a reason that even the mere threat of being shipped to this remote, bitterly inhospitable region under Stalin sent fear through every Russian. And it wasn't just because of the salt mines, but Siberia can also be a picturesque place, one of the most remote, serene places on Earth. Danger is always just a step away. Now, even with mountains worth of a postcard serving as a backdrop, Lara Croft, however, isn't one too shy away from danger. And that's particularly true in her latest adventure, Rise of the Tomb Raider, which sees her set off for Siberia looking for mystical wonders of the ancient world once again. With that in mind, here are just a few of the dangers that Lara faces in this endlessly hostile environment, and what she can do to survive them. In 2013's Tomb Raider, Lara was reacting to the danger that surrounded her. Here, she'll need to plan ahead to become the master of her domain. Coming down the mountain. Anyone with the job title of Tomb Raider has got to accept certain occupational hazards. But in Rise of the Tomb Raider, Lara Croft's problems start from the second she commences her adventure. Before she can even begin it in earnest, really, on her way to uncover the legendary lost Russian city of Kitsa, she's separated from her traveling companion Jonah in a massive avalanche. But if we've learned one thing about Lara Croft during 2 decades of starring video game roles, is that she can handle a little trouble on her own just fine. She may be bruised, battered, and beaten after the avalanche, but she's alive. And a wounded Lara just might be the most dangerous animal of all. To build a fire, just because Lara's escaped an avalanche doesn't mean she's out of the woods. Though figuratively and literally, if she doesn't get a campfire going in short order, she'll end up like Otzi the Iceman, and discovered 5,000 years from now, when the ice and snow finally thaw. Laura's the one who discovers ancient artifacts, though. She doesn't want to become one herself. To that end, she'll need to track down any and all materials that might help get a healthy blaze going. After the avalanche, however, she's lost all her survival gear, so she has to get it done with only a pickaxe. Thankfully, there should be enough in the area to get a fire roaring. If Laura's resourceful enough, even something as innocent as a tree branch just might do the trick. Base camps serve as Laura's lifeline throughout Siberia. So she has to repeat this process as she ventures into even more remote areas. Beast of the Siberian Wild. Once she's warm and toasty, you'd think Laura would be good to go Right. Well, other than the fact that fires tend to attract animals, and Siberia is teeming with them, very large ones, in fact, at every turn. Laura must outwit and outmuscle some intimidating beasties, including wolves, which roam in packs. Naturally, she might come face to face with a bear, in which case, desertion might be the better part of valor. There's even the chance that she could go toe to toe with a leopard. That's right, those giant spotted cats don't just call Africa and Southeast Asia home. And Laura learns the reality of that fact firsthand. Stealth is now a much larger part of the Tomb Raider experience, though it is the effective weapon against wildlife, and one of the only real options early on. Laura can climb trees to shake the enemy off her trail. Now, what's more, the types of animals Laura encounters will change depending on the time of day, so she'll need to devise strategies depending on whether the sun is out or if she's adventuring by moonlight. A craftier craft. Thankfully, Laura has one powerful trick up her sleeve that can even the odds against all Sumerian creatures, small, great, and small. Rise of the Tomb Raiders enhanced, expanded crafting system. Even a death-defying adventurer like Lara Croft is no match for a gargantuan brown bear in one-on-one brawl. But what if she's packing poison-tipped arrows to venture out into the wild and hunting less intimidating beasts, such as a deer, can even the odds as well, since antlers can help craft a more powerful bow that should serve nicely against some of Siberia's more menacing teeth-bearing foes. Of course, these aren't the only tools of survival Laura has at her disposal. Did we mention that she can even learn new languages? That's plenty more to discover as players embark on Lara Croft's deadliest adventure yet. Rise of the Tomb Raider, now available exclusively on Xbox One and Xbox 360. That's it for that third article I read. How long have I been doing this article? I've been doing it for... I read all three articles off. Guys, girls, and my mom's trying to make soup there. Don't mind the noises in the background. And I am a cool airly. And, you know, I'm doing a new discussion series here, guys and girls. And sorry about the coughing I did in the video. And I've been doing treatments all day today, and I took some Tylenol for my fever as well. And my mom's making me soup. Yeah. I enjoy doing these videos. And they do Minecraft articles as well. Right. Consoles, Rise of the Tomb Raider offers more ways to play. There's other articles, but I'm talking too much here, guys. I gotta go. This article was posted at 4:30 p.m. Rise of the Tomb Raider offers more ways to play. Interpid adventurer Lara Croft has undergone several transformations since her 1996 debut. These days, she's more of an embattled survivalist than a smug, confident explorer who waltzes right into an ancient tomb, guns a-blazing. While 2013's Tomb Raider reboot focused on reshaping the woman at the center of the franchise and making her more relatable and realistic. And Rise of the Tomb Raider is most significant in the ways that developer Crystal Dynamics has tweaked the moment-to-moment gameplay. This time around, Laura won't simply pull out her flaming bow and arrow and unleash fiery destruction from above when she's in a pinch. Every element is now far more nuanced, and Laura's adventure is expanded in scope at a tremendous scale. A stealthier Laura. This is probably the most welcome change players will find in Rise of the Tomb Raider during Laura's coming-of-age tale on the legendary Japanese island of Yamata in 2013. She could certainly employ stealth tactics to get the drop on enemies in most cases. However, the fight ultimately came to her, whether she was looking for it or not. Crystal Dynamics knows that not every player wants Laura to be a stone cold killer. So they've diversified the options with Rise of the Tomb Raider. The increased emphasizes on stealth alone allows for a multitude of options, and Laura now has the ability to take out an entire enemy. Encampment, sight unseen, for example. She can emerge from the water and pull an unsuspecting guard under, sneak through the bushes, and take out another sentry with her hunting knife and finally dispatch the lone remaining foe with a well-placed arrow to the jugular, all without anyone ever detecting her presence. If you'd rather distract foes to slip by unnoticed without resorting to lethal actions, the game also allows for that tactic. What's more, Rise of the Tomb Raider's skill tree accommodates a diverse array of play styles, encouraging players to experiment throughout their adventure to uncover the invisible city of Ketsa. The power of crafting. Since Rise of the Tomb Raider offers so many more ways to approach combat, it only makes sense that the game provides more ways to prepare for it as well. Laura comes to Rise of the Tomb Raider with a revamped crafting ability that's far more fleshed out than what players saw in the 2013 game. For one, hunting animals in the wilds of Siberia serves a purpose, and specific flora and fauna play precise roles in building up Laura's cabinet, her weapons, and her accessories. She might gather wood to build a fire and use deer antlers to provide a more powerful bow, to give 2 examples. The game's enhanced, improved day-night cycle means that some animals can only come out during certain times of the day, which requires careful planning to track down a particular creature and require the necessary crafting components in a way to beasts of the Siberian wild now serve at a rival equal to that of the hunter and the humans and Laura's world. Return of the Raid. The 2013 entry might have been called Tomb Raider, but it was surprisingly light on tombs. And that was by design, because the focus was forging the indomitable woman Laura would become. Now she's growing into the raiding icon that gamers expect, and exploring hidden areas across the game's open world is a huge part of that experience. In a way, this is an example of something old becoming new. For all the improvements to the nuts and bolts, gameplay, this element actually takes the game back to its roots, where exploring and uncovering surprises behind every hidden passage was a major reason that we kept playing back in the day. Inside these tombs, you find the series' trademark puzzles, and more importantly, you'll find a sense of wonder, since they provide some of the most spectacular vistas in the game. They serve as an inspiration to keep exploring and keep playing, since Crystal Dynamics isn't delivering these areas to players in a platter anymore. They feel special. Of course, these are just a few of the ways that Crystal Dynamics, as we find, one of gaming's most enduring icons. There's a whole lot more to uncover once you take control of Lara Croft yourself and explore the experience unknown of Siberia on your own terms. And of course, don't forget that you can find the unparalleled adventure of Rise of the Tomb Raider exclusively on Xbox One and Xbox 360 holiday. I gotta go. I gotta go there, guys, girls. So, like always, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope these articles were good. I give them a 10 out of 10. And I'm glad that Alyssa's not here listening about Tomb Raider in this video. And I hope I will please rate, comment, like, favorite, subscribe, views, thoughts, and opinions. And I hope you enjoyed it and liked it for your viewing pleasure, guys, girls. Stay tuned for more, guys, girls. And like Coach Rose said, please drink some hot chocolate. And I'll see you all later, I guess. That's what he says. I'm having some trouble here, guys, girls. So I was getting a little bit sweaty there, guys and girls, and I need a treatment here, so I'm coughing too much, and this is Aaron Halo 18 signing off. Goodbye.